I used to struggle with painting characters the most because I'd confuse painting with rendering, getting too focused into the details too early on in the process while neglecting everything else, which is why it's also important for you to know the difference so that you don't jump the gun. While rendering can be done by painting, painting is not rendering. A lot of artists use rendering as a neat little trick to level up their illustration, and while it can make your illustration look better in the details, it's not enough to compensate for a lack of good fundamentals. The point of rendering is to polish the details, get rid of all the unwanted artifacts, and design the details in an appealing way. Before rendering and during the painting stage, your goal should not be to immediately render the details or textures, but to lay the foundations so that when you do render on top of the forms actually make sense. Like a tower, if your foundations aren't built wide enough, it can only be built up so high before it topples over. During the painting stage, our main focus should be to flesh out the forms accurately. Keep in mind, we want to avoid painting in the tertiary forms, and just make sure all the forms make sense before we go into rendering, because rendering can't make your illustration look good without painting good forms underneath it. So please, take your time and flesh out the forms instead of rushing into rendering.